T.I would not let it go. He addressed Boosie again after revealing his paperwork. Here's what he had to say.
Person who questioned my paperwork still the person who wanted the paperwork you showed me. What do we do then?
What they say?
It doesn't matter. All these questions are left for y'all to answer. I got black and white. Everything else is Googleable. And with that being said, last time I'm gonna address it.
They say he posted the paperwork saying that he did it. That's the icing on the cake.
On some of his friends.
How you think? How you think, Vlad? Stop making that law. You don't know if he did that to get out of jail.
Okay, fair enough.
We don't know that.
Okay.
Do we? Have you
Fair
saw
enough.
paperwork?
Tell me. It been 20 years, bro. It been 20 years. I figure if I wasn't built like that, it'll show by now. It been 20 years, bro. I done faced every challenge motherfucker that like to throw at me, man. You ain't seen me fold. You ain't seen me break down.
My lawyer said, well, you know, I can make everything go away if it Tramel's. After he had passed, I had a talk.
That's the only time
Mm. I done never said or gave no information about nobody because that's my cousin.
What about the Boosie project? You still considering maybe dropping the Boosie project? Or
I feel like the time that we had, like, allotted for it, we kind of passed by it, you know what I mean? 'Cause it was like ready. We got the records.
The internet is on fire once again. And this time it's over King Harris, T.I, and Boosie. From leaked tapes to courtroom drama and shocking insider claims, this story has spiraled far beyond rap beef. What started as online whispers has turned into a cultural storm that's shaking families, reputations, and the entire hip-hop community. Tonight we're breaking down the chaos, the betrayal, and the heartbreak you need to know. So stay tuned, because every detail takes this scandal to even darker levels. King Harris is back in the spotlight. And this time, the drama's explosive. From an alleged leaked tape shaking the internet to whispers about paternity, fights at Waffle House, arrest footage, and now Boosie stirring the pot against T.I. This story has everything.
But I'm going to tell you like this. When I saw that, I think T.I fine. With the T.I situation, if he did that, you're a fucking rat too. I don't spare no fucking body.
From what I understand, you and T.I got on the phone.
Yeah.
Tell me how.
I raised my son up, bro. Like, I gotta keep it real and be real. Like, my son was raised, different.
Boy, Charleston White, you was a boy. That nigga said he was with him. He was with him. Man, I stayed with my older motherfucker. Pointing who did what, man, we was about to whoop your ass when you come back down here from telling.
Because if you doing anything wrong, you doing anything criminal-wise, and you cooperate with law enforcement to get you out of trouble, that means you're cooperating, that means you're a rat. But I'm gonna tell you like this, when I saw that, I think T.I lying. I think he went up there and just got the talking. You think something happened at 18 years old, right?
For years, King has battled rumors about his lifestyle and choices, but now the past is crashing back louder than ever. This isn't just about King. It's about rap beef, messy family drama, and the pressure of growing up under hip-hop royalty, while millions online pick apart your every move.
How much more advantageous would it have been for you to just ask the man, sir, could you remove my pickles, please?
I asked him. He threw it on the ground after I asked. I said, yeah, this not right. I asked for no pickles. Can you redo it for me? It had pickles on top. We ain't gotta redo it. Whoa, what you mean? I paid for it.
Okay, well,
Whoa.
Can I have my money back? I go to another Waffle House.
Yeah, see, in the moment, I'm thinking, just threw my food on the ground.
That's Waffle House food, man.
In principle, though.
Things hit a breaking point when T.I went live. An emotional outburst, accusing Boosie and his son of trying to destroy King's reputation. Shaking with anger, he claimed they set up his boy with traps, spread lies, and even pushed a fake tape meant to humiliate him worldwide. He warned the world that his child's life wasn't anyone's playground. The live stream instantly went viral, flooding timelines with hashtags like Justice for King. Screenshots quickly followed, allegedly showing Boosie's son plotting to finish King's image forever. Then came an even darker twist, an audio leak where a voice chillingly said the only way to break T.I. was to destroy King's career.
Called to the fat head. That man got me high with him. Hello? 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 When you coming back home, bro? Man, I gotta make some money right quick, Dad. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. What the you do? How is you making money out there, bro? Ain't nothing man, out there, no. Money out here to like what you doing? Can you tell me what you doing to make money out there? I swear to good Dad, I swear I ain't just out here. Bruh, you just thugging out there, man. I'm saying if you can do a feature, you can do a feature here. I ain't doing no feature. Just keep it real with me, bro. Can go pick up money for you. I don't like you out there, bro. It ain't even about nobody picking up money. So what you doing out there? Right now, what, bro? I need you to.
Fans were horrified. What started as a rap rivalry now looked like a calculated attack on a teenager. T.I.'s words hit like a father's war cry as he vowed the truth would come out. This wasn't just controversy anymore. This was betrayal and a fight that shook hip-hop to its core. As T.I.'s livestream went on, the energy grew darker. He described how King had been dragged into a setup meant to smear his name, shatter his reputation, and leave him humiliated. He admitted his son wasn't perfect, but made it clear this was still his boy, and he believed people were trying to destroy him in front of the world. The raw pain on his face told the story louder than any words.
My lawyer said, well, you know, I can make everything go away if it Tramel's. After he had passed, I had a conversation. That's the only time I done never said or gave no information about nobody, because that's my cousin, my big cousin. He was dead, and he told me that it was okay.
With the T.I. situation, if he did that, you're a fucking rat too. I don't spare no fucking body.
From what I understand, you and T.I. got on the phone.
Yeah.
Tell me how.
He spoke how he felt, I spoke how I felt. And I gave him an apology.
You apologized?
Yeah, I gave him an apology, because after we kept going back and forth, the things he was doing for me in my life at the time, I kind of felt bad.
Clips of his meltdown spread like wildfire. TikTok filled with dramatic edits, while Twitter exploded with hashtags like Justice for King and Boosie Exposed. Comment sections turned into battlefields as fans argued, raged, and demanded answers. Then came the twist that turned this feud into something darker. Screenshots, allegedly from Boosie's son's chat group, surfaced, hinting at plans to finish King's image forever. Whether real or fake, it didn't matter. The internet decided that this was proof, and sides were quickly chosen. Just as things reached a boiling point, a chilling audio leak appeared online. A muffled voice, allegedly from Boosie's camp. It could be heard saying the only way to break T.I. was to destroy King's career. The clip spread like wildfire, leaving fans horrified that a rap beef had turned into an attack on a teenager's future. T.I. nearly broke down after seeing it, declaring through cracked words that this was no longer industry beef. This was about his family, his child's life. His fury was raw and undeniable. Adding to the chaos, an alleged insider interview dropped the same night. The anonymous source claimed they'd overheard Boosie and his son laughing at a party weeks earlier, hinting that this was a planned setup all along. True or not, it only fueled the fire.
Go Waffle House order. Okay, I see.
For that one that you ordered outside at the Waffle House.
The man threw my food on the ground.
Hey man, but you hadn't even bought it yet.
I did buy it. I bought it, gave it to me, cooked wrong. It had pickles on top of I never seen nobody put pickles on top of the sandwich.
How much more advantageous would it have been for you to just ask the man, sir, could you remove my pickles, please?
I asked him. He threw it on the ground after I asked him.
What you mean he threw it on the ground?
I said, yeah, this not right. I asked for no pickles. Can you redo it for me? We ain't gotta redo it. Whoa, what you mean? I paid for it. Bam. throw it on the ground.
Okay, well, can I have my money back? I go to another Waffle House.
Yeah, see, in the moment, I'm thinking I just threw my food on the ground.
By midnight, reaction channels, TikTok creators, and Twitter Spaces were tearing the story apart from every angle. Meanwhile, King stayed silent on social media, ignoring desperate pleas from fans to speak. His silence only made the tragedy hit harder, showing just how heavy this war had become. Overnight, Boosie and his son became the villains online. Old clips of Boosie mocking other rappers resurfaced, and fans called him jealous and desperate. Memes blew up, but behind the jokes was real anger. People felt that they were watching a kid get destroyed for clicks. This wasn't just another headline or a diss track. It was a raw dad exposing the damage done to his family. T.I.'s live stream closed with a promise to hunt the truth. And that line hit people hard. He said Boosie crossed a line by attacking his child, and he vowed to make the truth bury them. Comment sections filled with chills, tears, and fury. The debate stopped being about music and turned into a moral question. Did Boosie and his son plot against King Harris? Or did the internet manufacture a tragedy and drag a teenager into it?
Boy, Charles White, you was a boy. That nigga said he was with him. He was with him. Man, I stayed with my older motherfucker pointing who did what, who, man, we was about to whoop your ass when you come back down here from telling. Your ass, I can see you had a soft upbringing. That video I seen was just so funny. The nigga got so tough when the police, when you see them lights, got so tough, started yelling, you know. Boy, the red and blue lights, man, save a life, huh?
Things escalated the next day. Rumors of legal action leaked, blurry court documents circulated, and fans went wild at the idea that this feud might land in a real courtroom. Reaction channels and TikTok creators treated the alleged filings like evidence, and the story felt suddenly tangible and terrifying. Then another audio leak surfaced. Instead of repeating it, sources summarized its message. Voices allegedly from Boosie's camp talked about exposing King and ruining his image to hurt T.I. Whether the clip was real or doctored, the emotional damage was done. The public had picked sides, and the whole scene shifted from beef to a full-blown public war.
I raised my son up, bro. Like, I gotta keep it real and be real. Like, my son was raised, my son was raised different.
The internet exploded in disbelief. Whether the recordings were real or fake, it didn't matter anymore. The timing, the tone, and the venom made everything feel terrifyingly real. Reaction videos poured in on YouTube. Some fans cried, others screamed, and plenty swore they recognized Boosie's voice. Meanwhile, debates raged about whether this was a smear campaign or the ugly truth. But the damage was done. The narrative had already consumed social media. Then insiders began speaking up. One anonymous producer claimed he overheard Boosie and his son in a studio weeks earlier, joking about King Harris and calling him an easy target. At the same time, he brushed it off. Now, after everything that surfaced, he said that it all made sense.
I thought, little yellow motherfucker got a big mouth with some pink lips. Yeah, he got some highly unusual white woman-shaped pink lips, but he got a big mouth like the front of a platypus.
But the real breaking point came when King Harris himself finally spoke. On Instagram Live, pale-faced and shaking, King told viewers he never asked for any of this, that he just wanted to make music, but was now being clowned like a joke. His voice cracked as he admitted he felt ruined. The heartbreaking stream went viral instantly. With millions replaying the moment, fans flooded his comments to tell him to stay strong.
I'm on live, shawty. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. This ain't your restaurant. This ain't your restaurant. Everything you make, I can pull out my pocket right now. I ain't tripping on you. Get the hell out of my face. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Who the hell is he? What's your name? My name King. You know it and your mama know it. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. File show.
Seeing his son collapse under the weight of the scandal pushed T.I. over the edge. Within hours, he dropped another furious video, declaring that Boosie had crossed a line no man should ever cross. He accused Boosie and his son of destroying King's spirit, and vowed he wouldn't rest until the truth came out. The clip spread, sparking another wave of hashtags like Protect King and Boosie Canceled. Even mainstream media picked up the story, labeling it one of the ugliest feuds hip-hop had ever seen.
What about the Boosie project? You still considering maybe dropping the Boosie project? Or
I feel like the time that we had, like, allotted for it, we kind of passed by it, you know what I mean? It was like ready. We got the records.
Right.
So much that goes into releasing a record besides just releasing the record. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, we kind of missed the window, you know what I mean? Not saying that that window can't present itself again. We have a very healthy relationship.
And just when it felt like things couldn't get any messier, a leaked email surfaced on Reddit, allegedly from a VH1 producer. It claimed the entire setup had been discussed in private weeks earlier, suggesting Boosie and his son pushed the drama around King Harris because controversy fuels reality TV. The internet went insane. If the leaked email was real, this wasn't just family drama, it was an industry setup. Fans accused the entertainment world of exploiting a teenager's pain for ratings, while others swore the email was fake. But the doubt was already planted, and people began to believe there was a bigger machine pulling the strings. In the middle of the chaos, a heartbreaking video of T.I. went viral. He was filmed sitting alone in a dark room, head buried in his hands, whispering that he had failed his son, that he couldn't protect him, and now King was broken. That moment shattered viewers, seeing one of hip-hop's toughest icons reduced to a devastated father mourning his child's stolen innocence, left the internet in tears. Even longtime critics of T.I. admitted this had gone way beyond rap. It was tragically unfolding live. And yet Boosie stayed silent. No response to the allegations, no denial of the leaked clips, no word about the supposed emails, nothing. His silence only fueled suspicion, with fans demanding answers. If he wasn't guilty, why wasn't he speaking up? By the week's end, the hip-hop community was divided. Some artists openly supported T.I. and King, while others defended Boosie, saying the so-called evidence looked suspicious. But the damage was done. Reputations were in ruins, families were fractured, and King Harris's name was dragged through the mud.
How much more advantageous would it have been for you to just ask the man, sir, could you remove my pickles, please?
I asked him. He threw it on the ground after I asked. I said, yeah, this not right. I asked for no pickles. Can you redo it for me? It had pickles on top. We ain't gotta redo it. Whoa, what you mean? I paid for it.
Okay, well, can I have my money back? I go to another Waffle House.
Yeah, see, in the moment, I'm thinking I threw my food on the ground.
That's Waffle House food, man.
In principle, though.
This wasn't just about rap anymore. It was about morality. How far could rivalry go? How much was too much? And who would take responsibility for the scars left on a young man who never asked for this? One thing was certain, the war was far from over. Court rumors loomed, more leaks were promised, and the world was glued to every development. What started with whispers, screenshots, and audio leaks had spiraled into something darker than anyone expected. A simple feud between rappers had morphed into a nationwide spectacle, one that gripped fans, families, and the entire culture. By the time part 3 of this nightmare began, the question wasn't if the drama would end, it was who would actually survive it. The week kicked off with a headline splashed across every gossip blog. T.I. files lawsuit against Boosie and son. Courtroom showdown coming. Within hours, the internet went into a frenzy. Cameras captured T.I. walking into court, his face hard as stone, fists clenched. Behind him, King Harris followed with his hood pulled low. Broken but determined, paparazzi shouted questions, asking if T.I. had proof, asking King how he was holding up, but neither said a word. Their silence was deafening, and it only made the storm rage louder. Inside the courtroom, whispers buzzed. Alleged leaked notes claimed T.I. was ready to present explosive evidence, emails, audio clips, even supposed footage tying Boosie and his son to the plot to humiliate King. Social media lit up instantly with hashtags like courtroom drama and Boosie versus T.I. Fans tuned in like it was the Super Bowl. But this wasn't entertainment. This was betrayal and the public destruction of reputations. Then came a twist nobody was ready for. As the hearing began, an anonymous leak dropped a short 12-second video clip on Twitter. It allegedly showed Boosie's son at a party, laughing with friends, waving his phone, and bragging that King was finished, hinting something even bigger was about to drop. Within minutes, the clip spread like wildfire, pulling in millions of views. Fans erupted in outrage, memes, and fury, and it all collided online. And for many, this became the final nail in the coffin. T.I. wasn't just angry anymore, he was vindicated.
But since our last interview, there's a podcast that came out with your man T.I.
Yeah.
And he talked about a somewhat similar situation. He said that him and his cousin ended up catching a gun case, his cousin, and he cooperated against his cousin and made that gun case go away. So all through the comments when that came out was, hey, Boosie said what he said about Terrence. How does he feel about the situation with T.I.?
Well, I feel like the situation with Terrence, I don't even know if that's true. Because I got people who won't come into Vlad TV and talk to you about Terrence.
Okay.
But so I don't know if that's true. With the T.I. situation, if he did that, you're a rat too. I don't spare no body. Because if you doing anything wrong, you doing anything criminal-wise, and you cooperate with law enforcement to get you out of trouble, that means you're cooperating, that means you're a rat. But I'm gonna tell you like this, when I saw that, I think T.I. fine. I think he went up there and just got the talking.
Inside the courtroom, chaos unfolded as the judge struggled to keep order. T.I. rose to his feet and shouted that they had tried to destroy his son's spirit, that this wasn't rap beef anymore, it was pure evil. His words shook the room, and cameras caught King Harris breaking down in tears beside him. The raw footage hit the internet instantly, sparking global reactions. Fans wept, flooding timelines with messages like, "Protect King at all costs. This isn't beef, this is tragedy." But the nightmare only deepened. Hours later, another alleged leak hit the internet. This time, supposed text messages between Boosie and a VH1 producer. The exchange suggested that humiliating King Harris had been pitched as a reality TV storyline. The chilling words read that King's scandal would keep viewers hooked, that the narrative needed to be pushed, and that it had to go viral. If true, King's suffering wasn't just personal, it was monetized, and it was turned into entertainment. Fans called it one of the darkest scandals in entertainment history. New hashtags flooded social feeds. Exploited for ratings. Cancel VH1. Just for King. The pressure on Boosie intensified. Crowds protested outside his shows. Sponsors reportedly cut ties. And his Instagram Live was bombarded with furious comments accusing him of destroying a child's life. Yet Boosie stayed silent. What once seemed like strategy now looked like guilt. Each hour without a response only added fuel to the fire, and more fans began siding with T.I. Then came the darkest blow. Late at night, King Harris posted a gut-wrenching note on Instagram stories. Against a black background, he wrote that he couldn't take it anymore, that his name, his future, and his peace had been ruined, and that he no longer felt like himself. Within seconds, panic swept the internet. Fans begged him to stay strong. Twitter was filled with prayers and hashtags like, "Stay strong, King," and hashtag "We love you, King." It all trended worldwide. People feared this feud had pushed a teenager to the edge. When T.I. saw his son's post, he responded almost immediately with a video filled with heartbreak and rage. His face was twisted with pain. His voice cracked as he blamed Boosie directly, accusing him of standing silent while his boy was breaking in front of the world. He swore that no matter what, he would never let Boosie win. The raw fury in his tone and the anguish in his eyes left millions shaken. Even those who doubted the leaks couldn't deny what they had just witnessed. A father fighting desperately for his child's soul. By the week's end, the situation had grown way beyond music drama. This wasn't just rappers trading bars. It was making national news. Primetime anchors were covering it. Psychologists were weighing in on the toll of cyberbullying, and petitions were demanding VH1 be investigated. What started as rap beef had turned into a cultural disaster unfolding live before everyone's eyes. But the wildest twist hadn't even hit yet. On the final day of the court hearing, a journalist dropped a bombshell, claiming a full tape existed, allegedly part of the plot against King Harris. They insisted powerful people were working hard to bury it, and honestly, that whisper alone was enough to send social media into meltdown. Fans cried out for justice, critics demanded proof, and timelines filled with fear, anger, and heartbreak. The courtroom ended in pure chaos. No verdict, no answers, just T.I. walking out with King at his side, his son broken but clinging to him. Cameras swarmed and T.I. looked right into the lens to deliver one haunting promise. This war wasn't over until the truth came out and every single player behind it was dragged into the light. That statement lit the internet on fire one more time. Hashtags trended, fans sobbed, and it became clear this story was nowhere near finished. At this point, it wasn't about rap beef at all. It was betrayal and family destruction being played out for the whole world to see. T.I. accused Boosie and his son of crossing a line you could never step back from. And everyone watching had to ask themselves, what kind of man goes after another man's child? The streets split down the middle. Fans were outraged, and even inside the industry, whispers had turned into loud roars. The fallout was brutal. Reputations cracked, families were torn apart, and scars were left that might never heal. T.I.'s voice cracked too when he admitted the pain that someone had tried to bury his boy while smiling in his face. To him, this wasn't entertainment, it was the deepest betrayal. And here's the real tragedy. Nobody wins in this. Every leak, every clip, every screenshot only dragged things further into the dark. This wasn't about charts or clout anymore. It was about survival, loyalty, and how quickly family can turn into enemies. And there you have it, the feud that went from rap beef to cultural tragedy, leaving scars that might not ever heal. Families torn, reputations ruined, and fans divided across the world. But this storm isn't over. New leaks and revelations could explode at any moment, changing everything we think we know. What do you think will happen next? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss the next chapter.